motorsport.com or whatever the heck I got for stuff. The video guy will fill it on the screen. 763-712-9088. Customer is kind enough to let us film what's going on with this BMW. As you can see, he's got a turbo installation on an LS motor. Did a nice clean installation. Check out the exhaust. Check out there's not wires and crap flying everywhere. He's just into tune. He is using a Mega Squirt on this one, which is like 400.
It's a stroke 3.0, or it's a 308. It's a big bore. Big bore 4.8.
Big bore 4.8. And a turbo of what size are we doing? 7279. All right, so they're gonna run this thing up. It's been running fine. Idle's a little bit fussy, but
pump gas.
Pump gas. Did you do a camshaft too?
Yeah, 218, 226.
218, 226 on a 114 or something like that?
112.
112. Okay. So we're gonna run this up. Thought you guys might find this interesting because we don't do a lot of imports here, and this is not really an import. So we're gonna put this up. We'll see what it makes for power, and then they'll do some tuning, and you can check this all out. But this is the essence of hot rodding, when the customer puts his own motor in, gets it all hooked up, and takes some time and does it right. So, terrific. Looks great, works good. Here we go. All right, so we got this beautiful 1960 old 88 convertible. Guys have working on it for a couple years, and he put an LS motor in it. Put twin turbos on it, which it needs like a hole in its ass. It's got air ride. But my top tech, John, is trying to fix the guy's mistakes.
Hello.
So John's going to go over some of the things that go wrong when people do turbos, what they're not understanding. This customer does not want to have actually a turbo boost. He just wants the look and the noise when they spool up and go. So we're doing our best to make that happen, because the guy is in his 70s. He's retired by quite some time, but John will explain about turbo boost and pressures and things like that. So here you go. Hit it, John.
All right, so yeah, we're dealing with a LS motor with twin turbos, which I haven't gone through to figure out the exact size yet, but they're decent size, but the exhaust housing is going to be pretty small for a V8 here. So this is a 0.63 AR exhaust housing. It looks like it might be a stage 5 exhaust wheel, which is pretty good. But the problem here is the guy doesn't want to run a lot of boost. So it's making 12 pounds of boost right now, and he wants to run less. So what can we do to do that? We need to divert more exhaust gas away from the exhaust turbine and the turbo to have it make less boost. At least that's the most conventional way to do it. So how you do that, you adjust the wastegate actuator arm. You can change where the boost reference source is. So right now this is coming off the compressor housing going right up to the wastegate actuator. So this is going to run the least amount of boost possible with the exhaust flow that we can divert away from the turbo. So the problem I'm seeing here is, I'll grab the little, you can see right here. You got these little bolt-on adapters that bolt onto the 5-bolt exhaust housing here with the little flapper, and it doesn't move very far. So we're not able to divert a lot of exhaust gas away. So since the guy really doesn't want to run any boost at all, I'm just going to take and remove this valve altogether. So it'll be a direct exhaust leak away from the exhaust turbine, and that's going to give us the lowest boost possible without getting into any weird things, talking about a restrictor on the intake side of the turbo, talking about basically like a bypass valve that would be like open all the time, which you see on a centrifugal supercharger setup, which I don't really want to go down those routes. If this will get us where we need to go, I don't think we're going to get down to 0 to 2 pounds of boost. I just don't think that's really going to be possible with this setup, but we can probably get it down to 4 or 5. which is more reasonable. And the stock fuel injectors are still in this engine, so we're going to be kind of limited there. But I think 4 or 5 pounds we can get there, and we should be able to get it down to that without getting too exotic, trying to block stuff off or restrict things. So like Bart was saying, the guy just wants the look, he wants the sound, but doesn't necessarily need all the power. So that's what we're trying to work on.